Hi, everyone. Day 9, explanation of the book, okay? So before we start teaching, let's begin with both views, okay? And before I start teaching both views, and I know I want to do something very important with you to present my book and explain how it works, who it was made for, and why both views is not an opinion essay, even though many people think it is. This book has 72 pages, and it was created specifically for students who are studying the IELTS Writing Task 2. For those students who feel they know English but can't organize their ideas, or end up mixing up structures and losing points without understanding exactly why. IELTS Both Views essay. The biggest problem I see in the classroom is this. The student gets a both views question and writes it as if it were an opinion essay. And in the IELTS, that's costly. You can't do that. In an opinion essay, you choose one side to defend right from the start. In a both views essay, you need to present both sides in a balanced academic way before giving your opinion. And often students don't understand this difference. That's why right at the beginning of the book, I explain very clearly what a both views essay is, what the question types are, and exactly where students go wrong. Now, let me quickly show you how the book is organized. The first section of the book is entirely conceptual. Here, the student understands what the IELTS expects, how the examiner evaluates, and why discussing both sides doesn't mean writing in a confusing way. Then the book gets into the essay structure: introduction, body paragraphs, and conclusion. Everything is explained step by step. In the introduction, the student learns to paraphrase. Again, right? Because they've been learning to paraphrase since the advantages and disadvantages section. To present both sides neutrally and only give an opinion when the question asks for it. In the body paragraphs, we get to an essential part, which obviously is here in the book. Right? Teal. I present teal in all the books. Okay, why? Because teal is used only in the body paragraphs, never in the introduction or the conclusion. And continuing on, why? The student learns to work with one idea per paragraph, explain it logically, give a relevant example, and finish with a clear link. For that, we have teal. This is exactly what IELTS calls coherence and development of ideas. Okay? One of the main features of this book is the part dedicated to talking about other people's opinions. That is someone else's opinion. Someone else's opinion, the opinion of others. In both views, you don't write "I think" all the time. You need to show that you understand why other people think differently. This is important. So in the book, I teach the student to use passive voice, reported speech, hedging language, and impersonal structures. All of this helps it to sound academic, balanced, and in line with what IELTS really wants to see. In the opinion essay, there's also grammar that I haven't covered yet. But calm down, I'm still going to cover everything. Okay? After that, let's move on. The book gets into the essential grammar, but it's not that everyday traditional grammar. No, the grammar is special for the essay. Here, the grammar appears within the text. For example, relative clause, conditional sentence, linking words, modal verbs, all applied to the both views essay with real examples. There's the someone else opinion, right? And of course, there is no learning without practice. That's why the book has sentence transformation exercises, which is called word formation, correction of common mistakes, practice with linking words, and in the end, a guided writing prompt. And yes, there are answers, because learning without feedback doesn't work. This book, guys, isn't for those who want to memorize templates and things like that. It's for those who want to understand the logic of the IELTS writing task too. If you've already written several essays and are still stuck at the same score, the problem usually isn't just vocabulary. The problem is structure, clarity, strategy, grammar, and so on. Right? And that's what this book has shown all of us. Okay? It's 71 pages. Okay? And it's very well explained. Throughout the course, I'll also be working on, which isn't in this book, obviously, both the academic and the general training modules in a complete and structured way. Additionally, we will have helpful tips for speaking, listening, and reading, which I am already preparing and publishing in short videos, so you can study even when you have little time. And that's exactly what the Both Views essay requires. In the upcoming videos, I'm going to start working on each little part of this book. Okay? And step by step, so you can learn to write with greater confidence, a clear method, and a thoughtful strategy as well. If you want to study for the IELTS seriously, stick with me. We're going to follow this book step by step. Okay? And not just this one, but also the advantages, disadvantages, the opinion, the problem solution, which is another book as well, and a few important direct questions, which we will now finish with. In our first class, which will be on day 10, we're going to start with the both view structure, so you can understand exactly how to organize the introduction, the body paragraphs, and the conclusion. And now, everyone, if this video helped you in any way, please leave a like, as it really helps me to continue bringing you valuable IELTS content. And now here's a little more of the book, which I went through very slowly and carefully, just so you can take a closer look. Take a look at the exercises there, okay? The introductions, explanations, and activities are all included for your benefit. Talking about each introduction, the weak arguments, you see? And the mistakes, the common mistakes, okay? Okay? To finish up here, as I want to finish the book with you. And here, only exercises, right? And look there, okay? The someone else's opinions, the someone else's opinion exercises, and so on. This book is for sale on Amazon, and the 6 books are on sale for $25. All six of them. The Both Views one, $25 on Hotmart. I'm going to leave the link down below, all the links down below. And if you want, you can just go to Hotmart or go to Amazon. Hotmart is on sale. The 6 books, okay? So I'll see you in the next video, and don't forget to give it a like, okay? Thank you. I'll see you soon.